What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be getting into the Ohio State, the Big Ten Conference Tournament predictions. This is like my fifth time recording this. I feel like I found the issue out. It's just been not loading at all. So I feel like I found out what was going on. I am praying that this works this time, but if not, you're not going to be seeing this video till tomorrow. So sorry about that, but anyway, let's get into the predictions. Starting off, Nebraska gets Northwestern. Kind of a 50-50 game, but Nebraska is on a three-game winning streak. And they just beat Wisconsin today, so a huge win for them. I'm going to go Nebraska. These three games saved themselves from being the last seed. I feel like they can win this game and advance on to play Iowa in the next round. Then we got Penn State against Minnesota. Both these teams, I would pick Nebraska or Northwestern to beat either of these teams. But unfortunately, both these teams had to play. So I'm going to go Penn State. Why not just go with Penn State? Minnesota is the worst team in the league for a reason. So I'll go Penn State. And then moving on over here, we got a game up here. We got a game against Michigan, Indiana. The first, really big game. I don't think people understand the importance of this game. Indiana is the last team in, according to Joe Lunardi, right now in the bracketology. So this is a massive game. Meanwhile, Michigan just got a win against Iowa. Not Iowa. Against Ohio State today. Fought back and won them today earlier on. So this is a massive game for Indiana. They've gotten 2 straight losses, but don't let that fool you. That was against Rutgers and Wisconsin, 2 top 4 teams in this conference. Rutgers by a buzzer beater, and Wisconsin by 2 points. So this is a must-win game for Indiana. I think that they deserve it even if they lose this game. I do think they are going to lose this game, though, unfortunately. Michigan, I think, wins. Michigan, this team is a Sweet 16 threat, I think, to teams, maybe an Elite 8 if they get the right matchups. This team's a good team. And I feel like Michigan can pull off this upset against Indiana and advance on. And next up, we got Iowa against Nebraska. And I don't see this upset happening at all. Nebraska, they have won 3 straight, but they do have the worst record out of all teams just overall in the Big Ten for a reason. I feel like Iowa can win this game to advance on. And Iowa just came off a loss to Illinois today. Barely. If you watch that game, it came down to the last minute. That was a great game. But tough loss for Iowa. They would have been a 4 seed if they won that. And then we got Michigan State against Maryland. These 2 teams just played today. Michigan State did get the win. Barely. I'm not a big supporter of this Michigan State team, though. They have, besides the this game and the game where they barely beat Purdue, this team has not played good at all. I feel like this team is an early exit in the conference tournament, and I'm going to go Maryland. I feel like this team fought back to nearly beat Michigan State. Couldn't get it done. Michigan State pulled away in the end, but Maryland, I think that they can get the revenge on a neutral floor and be able to beat Michigan State in the first game, and that would be a big-time loss for Michigan State if they actually lose that. Ohio State against Penn State, I do not see this upset happening. Penn State, very weak 11 seed. Ohio State can easily win that game to advance on. And then we got Illinois against Michigan, man. Great game here. Illinois just came off a win against Iowa today. Barely. It was a great win, but they did get it. I do think that they can beat Michigan, but Michigan's a very big threat for them to win this game. Michigan, with that win against Indiana, I think they're a double lock to make the tournament. They were a lock then, now they're a double lock. So I think that Michigan can win this game. Illinois can win this game to advance on past Michigan. Then Rutgers against Iowa. Rutgers has been on fire in this Big Ten. They are a good team. I do feel like the Iowa team is better, though, in this game. I feel like Rutgers got a perfect scenario, though, having to be a 4 seed. If they had to, the only three, I mean, they're all in the bubble right now. The only way I could see them being out of the tournament is if Nebraska or Northwestern goes all the way to be able to play this team and beats them. Even then, they could still make the tournament because they beat Iowa. So it is really a perfect case scenario. If they were the 5 seed and they lost to Nebraska or Northwestern, that could mean they could be out. But luckily for them, that didn't happen. So, I mean, but Iowa, they're clearly the better team than Rutgers, in my opinion. Though Rutgers is a good team, but Iowa's better, and I think that they can win that game. And then moving on right here, we got Wisconsin against Maryland. I don't see this upset happening at all. I feel like Wisconsin's going to run all over Maryland, especially after coming off to a loss to Penn State. They're going to be angry after that, and I think that they can get that win. Then Purdue against Ohio State. Purdue, man, has had – I'm going to go Purdue in this game. They have had crazy losses this year, like 5 of their 6 losses that came to buzzer beaters, I think. It has been an insane year for Purdue. It's been a crazy ride against Ohio State, who I feel like is at risk of getting upset in the first round in the NCAA tournament. I don't see this upset happening here. Purdue, I think, wins that game to advance on for a rematch against Wisconsin. And then we got 2 rematches from this week, actually. Illinois against Iowa here. Illinois beat them today barely in dramatic fashion. It was a great game. And the Fighting Illini, this is a big game. But I do feel like Iowa can win this game. I feel like if they can get the revenge, they're going to be angry after that loss. Illinois is a great game, but I kind of like Iowa just a slight bit more. This is a great matchup, though, and could go either way, just like this whole tournament, basically. And then Purdue against Wisconsin. Purdue, I think that they can get the revenge after a very difficult loss to in that last game against Wisconsin. I feel like Purdue can get the job done, win this game. I think it'll be a great matchup there, but I do think Purdue sneaks away with the win to advance on to play Iowa. So before I get into this predictions, I'm just going to want to note the importance of this Big Ten tournament and why it's so big. I feel like Illinois can win the conference tournament. I feel like Michigan is a threat to win the conference tournament. I feel like Iowa is a threat to win the conference tournament. Rutgers at the 4 seed is a threat to win the conference tournament. I feel like Wisconsin is a threat to win the conference tournament. If Michigan State gets their act together, I feel like they are a threat to win this conference tournament. I feel like Purdue is a threat to win this conference tournament. And I feel like Ohio State is also a threat to win this conference tournament. What is that like? That's 8 teams. All top 8 teams, I think, can win this conference tournament. It is crazy. And that's why this conference, I'm just going to say it is the best conference tournament to predict. It's just crazy. And you could go basically any of those 8 teams. I wouldn't judge you for it. Maybe Michigan State. That's that one that's kind of iffy. But I mean, I could see them winning it because if they get hot and play like the Michigan State team that they're supposed to play as, they could win it. But I don't think that's going to happen. All right, and for the championship, Purdue against Iowa. And I think Purdue is going to win. Honestly, I think this is the bigger game for Purdue in the championship and the harder matchup. Iowa's a good team, but Wisconsin's a little bit better in my opinion. But I do think Purdue wins the national championship. The conference championship. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching this video today. If you want to check out my other conference tournaments, I did all the Power 5. I did the West Coast Conference. I did the Mountain West, the American, some other med majors like the Atlantic 10 and the Conference USA. It's been a lot. This will wrap up my conference tournament predictions because I am ready for March. But anyway, guys, I'm really hoping this time it loads. If not, I'm not making this video till tomorrow. But anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed the content. Peace.